Good morning, students. Now in previous lecture we have solved one example. Now again we will solve 2 to 3 examples for this section. Okay, so for this first we will review our formulas. That is, shear stress at any point r from center is given as tau is equal to r by 2 minus dou p by dou x. Then velocity at any point is given by u is equal to 1 by 4 nu minus dou p by dou x into r square minus small r square. Maximum velocity is given as 1 by 4 nu minus dou p by dou x into capital R square. Average velocity u bar is nothing but 1 upon 8 nu into minus dou p by dou x into r square. U max by U average, this ratio is nothing but equal to 2. Next, the pressure difference between 2 points. See here, the pressure difference between 2 points means P1 minus P2 is equal to 32 times nu into U average into L divided by D square. And pressure drop is nothing but divide this pressure difference by rho g. Okay, so you will get 32 into nu into U bar into L divided by rho g D square. Then next is the power required. P is equal to rho g q h f, where hf putting values by putting the value of this hf, you will get this value. Then by putting the discharge value q as area into velocity, you will get this as the power required. And Reynolds number, as you know that the Reynolds number is equal to rho into u into d divided by nu. Here u is the average velocity, and this nu is the dynamic viscosity, and small mu is the kinematic viscosity. This small nu, this nu is in poise, and this small nu is in Stokes. Okay, and Stokes, as you know that the conversion of Stokes to meter square per second, similarly poise to kg meter per second square. It is nothing but 1 poise is equal to 10 raised to power minus 1 kg meter per second square, and 1 Stoke is equal to 10 raised to power minus 4 meter square per second. Okay, now next we will see the next example. Okay, so first read the example. So first try to understand the example. Here given that crude oil of specific gravity is pumped through a horizontal pipe of 400 meter long. Now 400 meter long means the length is given. So length is given equal to 400 meter. Next, 100 mm diameter. So diameter is given as 100 mm. So radius will become 50 mm. So radius in terms of meter will become 0.05 meter. Okay, then next, kinematic viscosity of oil is 2.5 Stokes. So here kinematic viscosity is given. Kinematic viscosity is nothing but small, which is given as 2.5 Stokes. Okay, now as we know that 1 Stoke is equal to 10 raised to power minus 4 meter square per second. So 1 Stoke is equal to 10 raised to power minus 4 meter square per second. So 2.5 Stokes means 2.5 into 10 raised to power minus 4 meter square per second it will become. So from this kinematic viscosity we will get dynamic viscosity. But read the further problem. Now differential pressure head between two ends. Differential pressure head between two heads of pipe is 16.31 meter of oil. Means the value of HF is given. HF is equal to 16.31 meter of oil. Okay, next, assuming flow of oil to be laminar, means the flow of oil is laminar, find out the rate of flow of oil through pump, rate of flow of oil through pipe, and second one is power required to maintain the flow. Also check whether the flow is actually laminar or not. Okay, now we know that the head loss HF is given by the formula HF is equal to 32 into nu into U average into L divided by rho into G into D square. Why we are using this formula? Because we need to find out this U average, because the discharge is given by the formula area into U average from the first continuity equation. So for this, HF is given, HF value is given 16.31 meter of island. Now nu is unknown, dynamic viscosity is unknown. Here a length is given, length is 400 meter. Rho density is also, density is not given here. Okay, here density is not given, but crude oil of specific gravity 0.9 is given. Actually some missing 0.9 means specific gravity of crude oil is 0.9, it is given here. So now we will find out first the density. As here we know that the kinematic viscosity small nu is equal to 2.5 into 10 raised to power minus 4 meter square per second. Now dynamic viscosity, to find out dynamic viscosity, we know that dynamic viscosity is given by the formula. Actually kinematic viscosity is nothing but dynamic viscosity divided by density. Okay, so dynamic viscosity will become kinematic viscosity into density, but density, for density we have given here specific gravity of 0.9, so density will become 0.9 into 1000 from the relative density formula. So density will become 900. Okay, so from this dynamic viscosity will become 2.5 into 10 raised to power minus 4 into 900, which is nothing but equal to 0.225 Newton second per meter square. Okay, now by putting all these values, HF is nothing but 16.31, 32 into U average into nu is 0.225 into L is 400 divided by density is 900 into 9.81 into D means diameter is 100 mm means 0.1 square. So from this U average value is calculated as 0.5 meters per second. Okay, now next, from this we know that the discharge is given as U average into area. So U average is 0.5 and area is 5 by 4 into D square means 5.1 square. So this Q will become 3.927 into 10 raised to power 3 meter cube per second. Okay, now next, power we know that P is equal to rho G Q into H. So finally by putting all the values, 9.81 into 900 into Q means 3.927 into 10 raised to power minus 3 into 16.31. So finally power will become 565.49 watt. Okay, and last one is asked whether the flow is actually laminar or not. So to find out the flow is laminar or not, we have the criteria as Reynolds number is equal to rho ud divided by nu, and if this value of Reynolds number is less than 2000, then we can say that the flow is laminar. So by putting all these value, you will get the Reynolds number as 200, and which is less than the 2000. So this is the laminar. This is the laminar flow. Okay, so this is about your next problem. So in this way we have solved the next problem. Okay, thank you.